welcome back to my channel. I have another episode of the Pretty Pattern Paper Playground, and I'm still using the mood board from April, which has these lovely purples and yellows together. So I am just making these very broad painterly stripes with like a 1 inch, I think that one's from Dina Wakley paintbrush set. And the acrylic paints are Lilac Mist, Petunia Purple, and Violet. So I just like keeping the brush stroke look on the stripes, so that's how I let it dry, and I love the way that turned out. So I'm taking some iridescent medium, so it just has a sheen to it, and I'm adding pale yellow to it. And this stencil is from Heidi Swapp. It's an oldie but a goodie. I've had it pretty long in my collection, so I don't know if it's still available, but it's just the classic tiny polka dot pattern, and I am just going randomly around the along the painterly stripes with the yellow. So obviously I'm making it pretty obvious that I'm using the mood board with the yellow dots on the purple stripes, and that's as simple as I keep it as far as the background is concerned. And I think it turned out great because you definitely have the feel of the mood board without being overboard with all of the pink and purple. But don't get me wrong, I still use a lot of purple elements, but I do bring in a lot of gold as well. So then this is another stencil from Heidi Swapp, and I am using heavy gel for this technique. These are just large hearts. I think I got this stencil at Tuesday morning, so I do not recall if there is a name because I don't have the packaging anymore. But it is a Heidi Swapp one. And so I am filling in the hearts with the gel medium or heavy gel, like I said, and then I'm going to do my favorite go-to technique lately and adding glitter to the layout while the gel is wet. So I am taking, this is Recollections, and it's called Glitz, and it's almost like this opaly white color, and it dries really nicely. So I do add this first layer of them, and then I kind of feel like I want to add a few more hearts. So I honestly go back and add more with some more heavy gel. And don't get me wrong, it was a little difficult. You'll see me kind of like MacGyver my way of like using just one corner and holding up the rest of it. It was quite funny. But that's what you have to do sometimes when you have a technique that you want to keep random but also have it, look really good. So I was just cleaning up some of the edges right there, and so I'm just kind of showing the sheen. And then I will be scrapping this lovely picture of my mom. She was in New York City for Easter with my sister, and she went to the infamous Easter parade. If you're from New York, they have this gorgeous parade, and everyone wears these very avant-garde Easter hats, and just a nice show that puts on. So she was able to enjoy that with my sister. So she like selfied herself, in Rockefeller Center, and so I thought it was a great picture of her. So that's what I'm scrapping. So like I said, I wanted to add a few more hearts. I'm just doing that as I explain what picture I'm scrapping. And I always do it on a wax piece of paper so that the glitter I can put right back into the jar. So here I am, and I am matting it. This mat, I want to say it's from a We Are Memory Keepers collection, but I could be wrong. These are both from paper pads. And then this multi-striped one, I also want to say is probably a Dear Lizzie. I want to say it's from Polka Dot Party is what I pulled that one from. They both might be from Polka Dot Party. I can remember. I'm sorry. I did this one a little bit ago, so I'm definitely doing the voiceover a little bit later. So I do apologize for that. But overall, you can see that I'm pulling in all of the multicolors of like Easter and everything in the picture, like the eggs and the flowers and my mom's colorful headband, and just making it work, like pulling in extra colors. It works. So also, I've had an obsession with adding ribbon to my layout. So my collection is vast enough where I do happen to have a very pale purple. I added like an iridescent white, and then I also add a very pale pink ribbon. And I just do it in just a vertical layering. I thought about like braiding it or intertwining them or have them look a little bit like with motion and such, but I just thought that the element that I just wanted was just simple and flat, and that's what I kept it. So just adding it for detail and texture and interest to my layout. So two techniques I'm obsessed with: the glitter on on heavy gel, and ribbon. What can I say? So the little vellum piece with gold foil that says "Love is Sweet" is sitting on my desk, and it's from the Maggie Holmes confetti collection. Everyone probably has one of these still sitting. I think I still have the one that also says "Celebrate" still sitting around. And then I'm pulling in elements. I went through a bunch of my like purple little compartments. I think some of these are Kaiser Crafts, some of these are Project Life, and Heidi Swap. No, Maggie Holmes are some of those other ones that like little ephemera part and the tags. I those think those are all Maggie Holmes as well. And just interest. So that little actually purple um, stone or like little jewel thing that was like from the dollar store, I think. And I have a bunch of my stash. And then that kind of acrylic acetate piece heart that is glued down is from Heidi Swap. I believe it was Mixed Company. So these are just little pieces that were just in my stash. This is me using elements in my stash, and why not throw in a purple feather? When you have feathers, you use the feathers. And then I have honestly a little collection of like tiny resin flowers, and I just picked out two purple tone ones, and I actually did find a yellow one too. So I did pull in the elements a little bit, obviously, but it's okay. And then the last little flare button is from Feed Your Craft on Etsy. So it just says currently. It's white with black lettering, and I just thought it was kind of perfect to kind of, you know, capture my mom and all her beauty right now. And even at her age, she keeps on saying, "I'm getting old," and she doesn't like her laugh lines. But when she's laughing, she looks completely fine. She just, you start getting, what do they call them, the marionette lines. She's not liking those ladies. But they're well earned, years and years of smiling from life. That's okay. So I do cut off the edge of the ribbon, and that does round it up. So if you want to play along still, please join us at the Pretty Pattern Paper Playground on Facebook. Miss Katty Miranda will also be doing one video too. And here are the close-ups. Have a good day, everyone. Bye.